Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, this is Sonic here. All right, we will be talking about weekly analysis for week number 45. It is today is 7th of November 2023. It is around 3:05 p.m. in the early evening. All right. So as you can see from the screen, okay, it's on the right side. All right, these are the items that we will be having. These are the news and the items that we will be having this week. All right. So today we just had Australian dollars RBA rate statements, which they have already raised the rate accordingly. And going forward, right? Today is a Tuesday, so going forward, we do not have so much major big item, right? We have here and there, New Zealand, British pound, some item, and of course we still have poor what we speaking. But other than that, unlike last week, we have a very big item such as like last week we have a federal rate decision, this kind of stuff. So this week, I think kind of will be overshadowed by the last week movement. So this week we may not see such a big movement, or even we may see some minor pullback that that the last week the it was made on the movement that made on the last week. So this week we can take it a little bit slow. Okay, so this on the news and item. Okay, let's take a look on the individual pair. All right. All right, let's start with the British pound. Okay, in all my analysis video, unless it's a specific one, right, I will go through in the same flow so that roughly you can see which pair that I'm going to cover next and stuff like that. Okay, so let's start with British pound. So British pound, we have a very good run up last week. All right, you can see here, and let me just make it easier to see and clearer. Okay, so you can see that we have a very big move last Friday, right? Then the market is kind of there was no follow-up push on the market, so market is just pulling right back down. So I can expect market will continue to go back down, so because we can see that there was no real no real sort of like volume profile, no real push on the market itself. So I think market can go back to here, all right, before we may find some find some support or some buying to come back in. So I am thinking like maybe the market can retest like a 1.225, this kind of region first, in my opinion. So it's like, so the current sell down may continue a little bit further down. So if you are looking for a buy, I think that might be a better idea that you can look somewhere around this region. Okay, the region that I mentioned, the flooring of 1.225. So we may have some pullback. All right, so this is the tone that market is setting right now. Okay, moving forward to Euro USD, also very similar. All right, similar faction. Right, so we can obviously see that we have a good resistance here. All right, so now the previous resistance become a support level already. So this level 1.065, I think will be a good support. And moreover, you can see the current price action, they are pretty much on the selling pressure, selling mode or bearish candle, right? So I think market will likely to go further down, furthermore, in my opinion. All right, let me see. Okay. Okay, the next one is Aussie USD. Aussie USD also very similar because all of them are trading against US dollars, right? So they are behaving all quite similar. You can see the market have, really try to push to this sort of like a extreme condition, right? So they have done 3 times already, and of course they have not really successfully break out. So I think what will they do? They were likely to go back to this support level region, in my opinion. So I think somewhere here, for example, like 0.64 kind of region, it can be a very good support by then. So if you want to buy in right now, I think somewhere around this 0.64 to 0.643 might be the level that we might see some support coming back in. Okay, so maybe a little bit late to short, but definitely too early for us to long, too early for us to buy. Long mean buy, yeah, because you can look at the price action. What is the price action, by the way? Price action is the momentum, right? So this is stay under the very strong bearish momentum. So if you want to buy in, it's better to wait with the bullish momentum, which is in this case, a blue color candle, right? Okay, so everything against US dollar is kind of bearish at this moment. So this thing also same thing, right? As my projection go, I think we were going down for finding some support first before the markets, will try to make a return to the upside. So I think it will likely to go this part first, which is we will be talking about 0.59. So currently we are 0.5924. So possibly it can fall or it can go down minimum 20 more pips lower first. So same thing, I think buying right now is not really so advisable right now. Okay, so I think the market likely to go further down. Okay, go. Okay, gold, we have a very good push up recently. All right, we have a very big swing. All right, gold having down, going down, gold having up. Right. So what is happening to gold is that okay, if you look at it in the kind of like a higher time frame manners, right? What gold just done was that market just do this to stop hunt everybody out. So it's like when the gold was going down, a lot of people are pushing for a sell and hoping that market will go down even further. Then they of course there are a lot of late seller coming in to sell the market. So what does it happen? Market just straight away pull the thing up just like a fish net. Yeah, they put the fish. They put the net in the water. Then they pull the they put the fish. Sorry, they put the net in the water and they just pull the whole net up. So it's like so this is where the fish get caught, right? So what is happening right now is that all right. So I think to me this thing is a very bullish sign in my opinion. This is a very strong stop hunt at the moment. So what is happening right now? Market just managed to break above this. So opposite of, let's say this is number one. So what we are doing right now is the opposite of one actually, right? So you see what I mean? Opposite one, they just go it down, they pull the thing up. Now they go up, now they pull the thing down as well. So I think market will likely to return to this level at least for the time being. We will be talking about 1960, 1955 region, and before they may try to bounce back up, in my opinion. All right. So if you are looking for a buy, which is quite logically to do so, all right, I think market will be able to bounce somewhere around 1955, 1960 region, in my opinion. If you want to buy, I think it's a preparation will be the key. So like for example, like around this region, 1955, 1960, wait for a bullish candle by then. Okay. So as of right now, we have a bearish candle that's showing up for the past 2 days. I think they might continue to do so on the downside, in my opinion. So, we still got a bit more further downward move to go. Now it's 1969. I expect it can touch in the immediate term 1960 first. Okay. So quite similar on silver as well. All right. You can see basically we are trading from the go I mean trading from the US dollars. Either you are buying US dollar or selling US dollar. You got what I mean? If the US dollar is going up, all the pair against US dollar will go down, right? So you can see here market tried to recover a bit, but they wasn't really doing so. So I think it is time for us to wait a little bit more if you want to buy in. All right, we have a bearish case scenario ongoing for the past 2 days. I mean, today and yesterday. All right, so let's see how it's go. Market can a little bit try to go back down before they see whether they can do any bullish case scenario or not. I think gold and silver overall is stay bullish in my opinion. Like same thing, just like what happened to gold. If you look into the in the perspective manners, you can see this is a whole stop hunting move, right? So basically, now what they are trying to do is they are just trying to do some breakout. Of course, market will never break out immediately, right? So it's like you can call it descending channel, this kind of stuff, this is all the technical stuff, right? So they try to break a few times, they cannot break, and they will retest, and they will they will do like this kind of stuff. So I think overall stay quite bullish, but we need to patient a little bit. Okay, you need to buy when everybody else is selling. Yeah, so this is the idea here. So as of right now, I think market will likely to go lower further, or we need to wait for some bullish candle to accompany our bullish agenda, right? So stay slightly bearish right now. So just to have a quick recap, okay, whatever against US dollar is quite bearish right now. Okay, so be it gold, be it silver, like Aussie, British pound, New Zealand. Okay, my point I want to do here is that gold and silver is still can go up in the near future, but you need to wait it out. Okay, if you have a long position, maybe take some profit or whatever, just just square it away first. Wait out at the lower level with the very promising like support level or bullish candle, this kind of stuff. Okay, so as of right now, they are momentarily, in terms of momentum wise, I think they are quite bearish for the time being. So since US dollar is bullish against other pairs, so of course all other US dollar pairs are quite bullish, right? You can see US dollar Canadian making a real strong comeback. I think market were likely to go a lot higher for the time being. You can see that what they were trying to do is there was a swing level, right? There was a swing level, right? There was a swing level, right? Then the markets like, just hunt the stop loss here. And then what they were likely to do so is that I think they were likely to go to retest this support level, in my opinion. Sorry, resistance level, in my opinion. 1.375 is highly possible. So do not sell US dollar Canadian. Okay, let's move on to US dollar Swiss franc. US dollar Swiss franc is very interesting because yesterday we have a very nice pin bar kind of candle. Okay, we have to pay very good attention to the candle with those very long bar because of that. Okay, just let me elaborate further on this candle. Okay, on that day, which is yesterday, what happened was the market was open here. Okay, and market was really so down and on that day, and by end of the day, market seems to be managed to recover and stay around this opening of the candle. All right, so this is a pin bar. Yeah. So what the point that I'm trying to make here is that you see on the day there were a lot of sort of like imbalance ongoing right now, right? Because in order for us to make money as a trader, right, what do we need is that we need to have a good imbalance in the market. If the market is balanced all the time, I mean, you're not going to make money, right? Just up a bit, down a bit, how are we going to make money, right? So in order for us to make money in the market, we need that imbalance in the market. So imbalance means the market have to move. So this kind of pin bar, this kind of candles are really interesting and important because these are the prelude before the big market movement. All right, these are the prelude before the big market movement. So I think in the US dollar CHF in particular, we have this kind of imbalance yesterday show up. Of course, it's kind of bullish, right? And I think the market will likely to drift up a lot higher, in my opinion. To me, this is one promising setup at this moment. Okay, of course, market can easily go to this level first. We are talking about maybe 0.9040, and of course, accompanied by 0.9050. All right, I'm pretty bullish on US dollar Swiss franc right now. Okay, all right, so it should be the same or similar on US dollar JPY as well. We have push up, come back down, they kind of recover. I think the market will likely to go drift higher, in my opinion. US dollar JPY also slightly bullish, but I would prefer more US dollar Swiss franc in a way because look at the yesterday candle is pretty interesting for us to ignore. Okay, so this on the US dollar JPY. Let's move on to the US market. Okay, US market, just like what I just mentioned, because of the movement, right? Big movement we have. So what is happening right now is market is kind of rolling over. All right. As you can see, this week gonna be a low week. So I think it will definitely will go back to retest some strong some strong level. For this case, it's support level, right? We'll be talking about this guy, So I think buying stock market or stock in particular right now is not really so advisable because the pullback, short one at least, I think is more possible. So 339.29, and another one is around 336.41. Okay, so these are the one that I would like to mention about. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. After that, Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong, we have a pullback in the making as well. All right, so Hong Kong, I think it's pullback in the making, which is temporary in my opinion. I was mentioning that 18K possible, and which already they have touched. So what likely to happen is the market will likely to retest to the lower end before they go back up higher. So they currently 17,720. I think they can go down to this yesterday level of 17,600 before they met some some pushback up. So this thing already play out really. So I'm going to take it away. All right, since it is already play out. So I think going forward, I think what will likely to happen is that now they're pulling back down. they were pulling back down to this kind of level, and from there they can go back to this here, in my opinion. So, if you want to, if you want to buy in, if you miss the previous trade, I think wait for another swing level and buy in later. All right. So I think in stock market in particular is not so strong at this moment. All right. Okay, and last but not least, I would like to mention a bit on the crude oil. Crude oil is important because it's the oil that really moved the whole economy. And if you look at it here, the crude oil is actually selling. So I think this is a very telling sign that market can be a little bit weak, and the US dollar can stay stronger, in my opinion. I think we are going to this region. Sooner or later, we may see a bounce, but for right now, you can see the price action is pretty strong on the downside. So you can see here, we have like this, right? So I think market can go to this kind of region first before they meet some some strong support to buy back in my opinion. So crude oil also pretty bearish. I think they will go below $80. We are currently is 80.4. So we can go back to 79.5, this kind of region, in my opinion. All right. So crude oil also, if you want to buy, just like all other pairs, if you want to buy, you need to wait it out until, first thing, they have to go to the support level. Second thing, you need the price action of bullishness. All right. So guys, thank you very much. So just have a quick recap. Everything against US dollar is quite bearish at this moment. As of right now, I think today is Tuesday. I think it will be Tuesday and Wednesday minimum. I think it will be continue to be in that manner. All right. So you want to buy anything against US dollar, you think please think twice a little bit. All right. So I think this week we can consider, after a strong movement last week, I think this week is kind of like a pullback week, in my opinion. All right. I will try my best to do my analysis weekly. All right. I will try to do it on Tuesday, because Monday is pretty much on the, a lot of reckless trading on Monday, in my opinion. All right. Because of over the weekend, a lot of traders are not trading. Then Monday they have to do something, right? So the Monday is not really so, I would say, not really so reliable per se in terms of weekly perspective, right? So I will try my best to release weekly video on every Tuesday, maybe by before the European section or US session. All right. So please subscribe my channel, YouTube channel, and please press subscribe, like, and you can comment as well. I would like to read your comment in the YouTube. And of course, you also can follow me on Twitter. All right, this is my Twitter. My Twitter, Sony DJ X. All right. So guys, thank you very much. Yeah, I will upload this video as soon as possible. So have a great day ahead, and have a great week ahead as well. Thank you.